Oh, there we go. Is that better? Now can people hear my sound? Look at that. Man, I am just batting 1,000 today on stuff. Can't find buttons, can't do anything. Just great day. Great day. All right, let's see. How's everybody doing today? Good days? Good, what is today? Friday? Good Friday? Happy Friday? Living the dream one day at a time. At least that's what I'm trying to do. All right, let's see. Let's turn down the music just a smidgen. All right, what's happening today? Finally got my my sound things figured out, I think. Maybe, hopefully. At least for today. I think I'm gonna change it tomorrow, so it'll break tomorrow, but all right, so today I'm gonna keep working on my command center app that I was working on last week. I made a few changes. I decided, actually, I was just doing some research and reading that my, what do I want to call it? Using an MVC app is probably, that's not the considered right way to do it anymore. So I kind of went through and started recreating the app using, what is it, Razor Pages? I don't know what the template is. The other template when you go to create a new .NET new web app, Razor Pages, yeah. So using the Razor Pages app. So yeah, I guess that's just the new, and it's gonna be a lot cleaner, I think. It's just getting me out of my comfort zone a little bit with what I use. So I started working on that offline, and I'm getting close on having all of the bits that I needed. Just having it configured. I started also integrating in some Entity Framework stuff, so we're gonna have some database calls, because I was thinking that some of these settings that we want to keep track of, I'm gonna need to put them somewhere. So I actually was just setting up Entity Framework for SQLite, so the app will have its own little mini database embedded in on the system. So that's what I was going through. I was literally walking through the Microsoft tutorial right here. Just, oops, getting through all of this. I was actually just getting ready to create the database so I can try it out and hopefully have the app run, I guess. So that's where I'm going to keep going from. I think I did some of this. I've done some of this in the past. .NET tool install global .NET EF. I might already have that. Yeah, .NET EF is already installed. So, and I'm inside this project. So, oops, .NET add package Microsoft.entity framework core.design. I probably have all of these already. Nope, don't have that one. So now we'll do migration. .NET EF migrations, add initial setup. Oh, building. I probably should have checked to make sure it was going to build before I did this. Ah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's going to work. All right, so now I should have migrations here. Yep, there it is. Sexy. .NET EF database update. All right, it did it. Now, okay, so now I can walk through what's going on here. I created some models. I created a couple of classes. So in this case, I have a class for game servers. So there'll be a database of game names, the Steam ID, a unique ID for each one of them. So my database can keep track of them. And then a URL for the logo. And all this information can be found either on the SteamDB, or you can pull it from Steam. SteamDB doesn't want you scraping their website, so I'll probably find a way to load that data. I'll probably just maybe I'll build my own little web interface that just stores that. So when the app comes up, I can just connect to it. You don't have to have I won't have to have special Steam keys. It'll just be a public like web service that'll just populate all the data that I use. But that's a future me problem. And then I have active servers, which are servers that have been configured and running on the current machine. I was thinking about this after I streamed last, that when you start a server, I need to know the container ID because I'm using Docker, so I can keep track of that server instance. And in addition, I need to keep track of it because if the server goes down, like if the server reboots or whatever, it needs to be able to know how to restart that instance. Like, what was that container ID? So as soon as I create a container and start it, we'll update the database to show that it's active and what the container ID of it is. And that way, when the server restarts, there'll probably be a little companion service that will just keep track of those and find them and make sure that they are started when the app starts up. Or when the app starts, it'll just do it. It could be that. And also, that little companion service might also just watch the containers constantly, and if one shuts off, it tries to restart it maybe. I don't know. That's a definitely later times thing. And then I have just a configuration. The configuration is a very generic key value storage system for settings. My plan is to just use this generic setting or key value system to keep track of all the settings for all the game servers that are running. For instance, we were doing Valheim last time, so what'll go in the settings here will be the things that are customized for your install. So if like passwords, or anything else that you make a modification to on the startup script, startup script that runs, so that we can redo it if necessary, and also have like different configuration items for the app as it's running that we can change that as necessary, whatever those might be. It's generic enough that it can be used for just about anything. So we'll have a generic key, I want to call it schema, but concept that keys are all built the same, so they're easy to identify and keep track of. And then every time we add a new game, I don't have to add a whole new class to track its configuration. I can put it all in the same config database, and then each server edition will just have its own required files to start the instance and all that stuff. And maybe we can get it more generalized in the future, but to start with, there'll be a single class for each one that I'll just fire up and use. So yeah. And so what I did was I created my data context and music down a little bit more. What did I do here? So it creates 3 tables in the database called the Steam Command Center, and I put it in the local application data folder. Now this came straight from the Microsoft page because this will make it cross-platform, so it'll run on a Windows or a Linux system. And good afternoon, TB. How are you? We will be able to find it. So actually, I need to find that folder. Set app data. I'm not doing too bad. It's been a pretty good week. I mean, I thought I was gonna have a couple days of insomnia early in the week, but I finally managed to snap out of that last night, and I slept like a baby, which was fantastic. So other than that, doing pretty good. Let's see, where would I find? Oh, happy Friday. So the non-roaming user, app local. I've got a lot of folders here. Wow, yeah, there's lots here. I want to find that file just because I need to know where it's at on a Windows box. We'll pull up good old Agent Ransack to search for it. And I know the database name is going to be center.db. I'm gonna look in app data. Does that work? I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. There it is. It's just in local at the root. Interesting. Oh yeah, so there it is. Nice. All right, so there's my database that it created. I probably don't have a SQLite. Oh, I do have my DB browser for SQLite. Oh! There we go. Open it up. All right, sweet. It works. Not that I was really concerned about that, but trust but verify, right? I got all my tables are in there. And I think I even have... yeah, auto increment, primary key. So we got all the required stuff. Okay, so database is created. Not really necessary to keep going with what I was, but I will need it. So now, let's see. I don't need any of this stuff, but actually, I'm going to. Oh, do I have the old app? I do. So now I need to migrate basically all of this to the new app. Just, you know, I was wrong and I started the wrong project. So how do I have this? I have everything running here inside of one class. Is that right? So, I think I'll just stick the same way as I did. I got something in my sleeve that itches. Yeah, we'll just create another model, same way. We'll call it Valheim because that's what we were testing with. Pull out a class. We'll call it Valheim. I call it just model. Call it Valheim server. We'll just call it that. And then we'll move all of this code. And I get an opportunity to clean it all up too. Crumbs. Okay, yeah, I need to leave those two. Take all of that one. And we'll get it put in here. Woof. Let's just see if I have to add any libraries. I don't think I had to before. I think it all just worked. Yep, it worked. Excellent. All right, so now we have the class that we had last time to download or spin up a container to download the Valheim server and then configure this a container locally for Valheim that's custom to your environment. Update the start config, which I did have an issue with that. Did I figure that out on stream or did I figure that out after the fact? It was right here. This was it. I needed a space after my parameter because before I think the server was crashing when I would try to connect, or no, the server, I couldn't log in because the password was bad. It's because I didn't have a space here. Something to do with the way probably the Windows machine was replacing the string and then the Linux container was pulling it in. I don't know what it thought its password was, but it wasn't right. So let's go. Let's bring this all in like that. That shouldn't screw up anything too badly. It makes it look a little nicer. Okay, so this is when I do Docker run, make it removable. I should make sure Docker's running on my computer. I don't think it is. Docker. Okay, so Docker is not currently running. Okay, so Docker engine is firing up now. And nothing's running, which is what I expect. So, all right, so let's test to make sure that the app works. And I think I'm putting this data in path combined, server path. So these are settings up here, right? Yeah, so there's the password, root folder, server path, world name. Let's pull up. I think I put those on. Yeah, I have my game server root. Oops. Because on this one, I don't have it here, but I have it on the controller for the page. I create the class and then I set the values. Okay, so I'll need to do something similar. Let's check it out. Ooh, you can in C#, you can use 3 quotes to align content. So the string is getting all the tabs in it. Oh, I did not know that. So what I'm hearing is I need to back all that up. So you said it's 3 quotes. Let's just try it. Test. Ah, I like it. All right, let's see here then. Can I just do that? Is that going to work, or is it going to have a cow? Probably going to have a cow, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, it's probably because I have that, right? The @ sign. Let's back it. Let's just do this. Let's back it up. Because this would be a straight up copy of the content of that script. We'll just try it with test. And do I gotta put the @ there? I probably do. Prevents all the tabs and stuff from getting in, so if you're debugging it, it'll be a bit more readable. Has to line up the quote. Oh, okay. Oh, oops. So it would look like that. And then that. Yeah, let's go pull up those docs and see what it looks like. Googly. Triple quotes. Raw string literals. It can contain characters like that. Multi-line quotes. Nice. Starting in with a minimum of 3 double quote characters. Interesting. All right. Well, how did I? I ended up with like 6 open tabs when I opened that window. I don't know what I did. So, yeah, so just like that, essentially. All right, well, let's do it. Let's replace it. We'll do that one. Get rid of this one. And then let's copy this content here. I do like that. I like that a lot. All right. Let's see. We'll just do it on the index page for right now. We're just gonna put a. Do I just want to? I just did it with a button last time, didn't I? I can probably just put it all on the Razor page. I think. Oh, doing the battle with dehydration again, I think. Because, you know, I'm an idiot. And I decided, what was it, the other night? I was gonna just drink nothing, like at all, like for the entire day. And now I'm struggling to catch up. Let's see. Is that how I just, I don't have to put code, do I? I don't think so. It's been a while since I don't hardly ever use Razor stuff because, you know, I work on old crap. We'll say void. Let's call it button click because, you know, I'm super original. And then we'll say button on, was it on click? On click. And then we'll say button click. I think that's right. I probably should say, you know, something like text. Nope. Test me. Excuse me. Let's go like that. We'll just test it. Now where's my window gonna open? Maybe nowhere? Still waiting. Oh, there he goes. Aha! Oh, I have a button there, but it doesn't say anything. I hit print screen. Oops. One. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Because it's not, it's a button. It's not a freaking test me. I do know how to write code. Apparently. There we go. Back. Hey, now it does something, but it's not hitting that. Let's see. I need to Google what I'm doing. Button event. Razor page. Nope. I've looked at this before. Event handling. This is what I want. At on click. I knew that. On click. And it does say code. I thought that that needed to be there. And then we'll do something silly like, actually we'll do this. We'll say, let's see. I'll do exactly like this person did. Nope. Now I've got about 1 million windows open again. Yeah, there we go. And heading value. Just do that. And I'll have a string. And how do I put that on the page? It's just at heading value. Okay. And at stop. Oh, I bet that closed my window because I was using the test one. Oops. All right, so it has a problem with at code. Maybe I don't have to do that anymore in this version? Nope, still build errors. Oh, I've got some syntax errors because, you know, dumb. Heading value before it is declared. Okay, so now it has a problem with on-click. Yeah, they're all here. On-click, yeah, okay, on-click. Yeah, I'm just still too old for .NET 8, apparently. Now let's pull it up. Initial value. Oh, it didn't do anything. Cool. Heading value. Let's see if I can go pull up that page again. A simple button event razor page .NET 8. Yeah, they do still have this. All right, well, I have a private void on that. Which I don't need to do that, do I? Apparently not. So if I said on click, not on close. Button. Yeah, so it doesn't see that that button click is a thing. So that's probably part of the problem. What does it have about this? Yeah. Apparently I'm very, very behind the curve on Blazor. Razor pages, I guess. Razor pages, introduction, tutorial. Let's add a model, scaffold. I want to see the page, please. There it is. Oh yeah, set up the database if you want. Create some data. Do some stuff with that. Now test the app. Let's see. So this is still setting up the data. Update the pages. This is what I want. Because it already scaffolds the data, but it's not showing it. Oh, there it is. Hybrid solutions. All right. Well, let's see. So I have a button, I have a click, but it's not actually doing anything. Oh, because it has an index model? It does? No, it doesn't. Unless that must not be no pages. Oh, because it creates a code behind page. Oh. Okay. I need to put this back there and get rid of all this. And open it up. And then I need to define heading value in there. Now let's come here and say on click. Let's see if it finds it. Doesn't exist in the current context. So now that needs to be view data. Okay, so we'll say view data. Heading value. Right. I had to put an @ in front of it. There we go. And now I come here and on get, we'll say, oh, value data, view data, heading value, initial value. So there's that. Make sure it builds. Right. Let's go. I probably should have worked on that a little bit more. We'll just fire it up. Yeah, didn't do anything. Big shocker there. So now let me go like this. I got an idea. On click. Now I gotta come here and I'm gonna say, I probably don't need to make, I probably should make it public, right? That wouldn't be correct. now I need to create a button with it on. Razor create or button. Yeah, button click event. Button click event. Handler methods. Click to get. Edit, delete, view. So that calls those functions. So that's maybe that's what, I don't know if that's really what I want or not. Parameters and handler methods. So the value passed to the page handler attribute and method on post async. Telerik. Oh, that's using a Telerik tool. I'm not doing that. It's probably because I'm an idiot. That's what I suspect. Why doesn't it work? Button builder. That's another tool. This feels like the same thing I just did. Page functions. Okay, so maybe this is what I need to do. I need to do ASP page handler. Oh, it's hard to read. Oh, well, it's probably because it's screwed up. Ah! Is it just on the zoom? Is that what it is? Probably is. I forgot that I had all that. All it says appears to have been resets on me. How's that? Does that look better? For what it's worth, it was hard for me to read too. Because I was squinting and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, that's an image. Oops. So he's doing it with some custom handlers. Okay. I guess in the other one, I was just doing a standard post event, so probably 6 one way, half a dozen the other. So let's go back up here to the first one we did it. We'll just steal it. Why not? Number of forms on the page. Web forms. Post view. Okay, yeah, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're just going to do that. Close enough. I'll just type it. It's good form to practice. ASP page handler. We're gonna say test. We're just gonna call it test. Method post. I've got to call it what? On post you or on post test, I think is what it's going to be called now. Boop-a-doop. Well, it changed, but it went away, which was unexpected. Handlers test. So what? We'll see if it hits that. I'm guessing it did not. Yeah, it didn't. Okay. Cool. So let's see. So I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna say public string heading value is a get set equal to initial value. And that's why that's the way it went away. Heading value. And then I say method is post. So in post test. Stop giving me, oops, advertisements, please. Let's see if that works. Oh, it didn't actually show the message. That time it worked though. Sweet. All right. Now I screwed up because I didn't put this back. Editing. Is that how I pull that in? Or maybe I'm missing something. Let's see. What am I missing here? Oh, it's because it's model heading value. There it is. Now it's got initial value. And I forgot to get rid of that. There we go. I'm smarts. All right. Now let's actually make it do something useful. Let's go pull up my old project so I can just copy all this code. I created the server. Now I need to change it to this. And I'm gonna go to that folder. Test root, I'm going to delete that so we actually download the game forever. I got it figured out. I'm learning one step at a time. All right, what's it gonna build? All right, so now let's change this to like, is BTN primary still a thing? Yeah, without the capital letter though. So let's pull up my root folder here, put it on the side, grab my other page here, let's make it a little smaller, and go. Ooh, it's creating the server. Okay, so now it's gonna download all the game files, hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. Download a new server. And it's running actually kind of fast. I think last time I did this, it was painfully slow. Relatively painfully slow, I guess. Well, that's going. I'm going to pull up Steam off here to the side, and I'll get Valheim queued up and ready to go. Oh, the fast one was just pre-allocating. I mean, it still didn't take very long to download, so that's not too bad. I don't think it started. Let's see. Nope, it didn't. It's not running. It didn't create something. Alright, what did it do? So I said create runtime container and start server. We'll create the Docker file. So it downloaded the game content. Let's see what images I've got here. That one was in use. Those are 7 days old. There are no running containers. Let's go here. Let me just delete these. Let's click that button again and see what happens. I also want to look at this file. Oh, that's the Docker start server. Let's just close all these. So it created everything. It just didn't start. Let's try it again. So now it's gonna check and see if there's any files to update. Already up to date. Here we go. I can see that it was here. Can I pull up the logs from it? Because it's not being... Oh, that's not the container. It did not. Doesn't look like it started anything. I'm just gonna delete everything. Yep. Let's clean it all up. Makes it a lot easier to understand. So this one just now, it was completed. It's gonna start over. Delete them all. Yep. Excuse me. All right, let's try again. So I can see that there's an image. It never seems like it started. I'm gonna see if I can click and catch it before it goes away. So something with that build died and I couldn't catch it. All right, I think I need to have it so all that stuff gets piped out to the page, most likely. Because when I create the runtime container, let's see. So it created the app. No, it didn't. That's old. Now this is trying to run it detached. Oh, I need to take a bio break though. I've been drinking water trying to catch up and it's coming through me. I will be right back in just a moment. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can make things work now. Let's try. So I have an image. I'm going to try to just run the image command. So Docker PS. Okay, nothing's running. /. Ports 2456 2457 2457 UDP run server app. All right, let's not run it detached. And also, I can actually remove it, that's fine. Unexpected EOF while looking for matching character. Well, that would explain it, wouldn't it? 7, yeah, so... Oh, because it's got control line feeds. Did I do something special with that before? I might have. Create the runtime container. Excuse me. Path.combine. So I do a delete darts, and then I write all text. String.format. Yeah. So yeah, \R. It's got that in it. All looking for matching. So do I just need to do a find replace on it? Crap. Because they just have line feeds, not carriage returns. String C#. I don't want to return the carriage return and the line feed. I just need to trim the carriage return. So let's just do that. I can just do a trim. Yeah. Don't be dumb about it. Just think through your steps. So I've got contents dot trim. I'll just trim all of the \R characters. And we'll try it again. All right, click the button, Max. Or let's push the button, right? Push the button, Max. Oh, that looks better. That looks better. Is it running? Nope. But it looks better. Pull this up. Yeah, reload it. It's still got the carriage returns in there, though. No. No. Do I need to do something? If you're using multiple platforms, it's safer to use this method. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to trim all the new lines. I only want to trim... Maybe it's because I need to. Well, I don't want to trim just the end. Trim. System.environment. New line. Dot. No, system.windows, system.environment. Can't just pick Windows specifically. I wonder if it's because I changed them to this format, maybe? Did that cause it to pose something up? Let's look that up. Drawstring literals. Drawstring literals must be combined with interpolated strings. That's true, I could. Because it has the console is running in the app. You can use multiple characters in an interpolated drawstring literal to embed it. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see. Can I just straight print to the console in a web app? I think I can, right? Restart. Once it gets to that point. Well, I mean, let's go like this now. And let's paste it in. Yep. Yes. New file. Yeah, it still got it. I could. What if I do dot place? Is it backslash or backslash in, right? Too many characters in the literal. Comma. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Oh, there it goes. It did reload. It did reload. Okay, now let's do this again. Wait, heck, maybe even the act of me copying it like that is doing it. Yeah, it's still got the control line feeds to it. Oh, nope, don't do that. Yes, reload. Oh, but it closed still. So let's stop it. I did that, and I go back to just the original. Two strings. Puking? It is puking. Actually, this one. Oops, no. This one could stay that way. Because that one is working fine. It's just this one. Let's try that. Let's take it back to the way it was. Test. It's gonna work this time. Guaranteed. Oh, actually, I think it did. I think it is working. I was not. I say it's gonna work, but oh yeah, look at that. It is running. I see the output. Yeah, it's starting up. Starting it up. There it is. My world. Let's see if I can get in. So we'll start game. Start. We're gonna join localhost. And it's gonna work. Maybe. Connecting. Failed to connect. Well, it's still loading, so maybe I just... Oh, game server connected. I started too soon. That's all. Try again. Now it's gonna work. All right. Password. Is it the right password? I think that's right. I think it's just password. Yeah, it is. Placing stuff. Oh, it's loading. Haha. I feel cold. Yeah, I can take cold. All right, so for some reason, that string was messing it up, but we got it. All right, now, that only took what? An hour? An hour and 20 minutes to get back to where I was last time? Sweet. Okay, let's enhance it now. Let's stop that server. It should go away once it stops. We'll stop the app. Now, let's work on some of the other stuff. Let's figure out now how is it going to operate. So obviously these all have to be provided. We're going to we'll just start scaffolding some of these things up so I can start doing database work. New scaffolded item for game servers. Razor pages with entity framework. We'll say game server. Game server. Use my ever so awesome layout page. Go. So, all right, so I need to set up, look at these objects. So the game server, that's just like a generic list of all the games. The active server is what happens when I create an instance. So in addition to having an ID, I need to know what game it is. So I need to have public int game server ID. There. Now I have a game server ID. Whether it's active or not, and set the game server ID there. We shall so I can create the game servers. That's good. I will. So the application will start. First thing the app needs to know is it needs to know if the configuration settings has the root folder. That's what I should start with. Let's start with how it's gonna start off. So I'm just manually setting the server path. So I need a root server path. That's gonna be a setting. Well, let's scaffold that up too. Let's add a scaffold item. Razor pages with entity framework. Model class is going to be a configuration item. Yeah, let's add that. Oh, no, cancel. I gotta create a folder first. New folder. Configuration, we'll call it. We'll add a scaffolded item. Yep, there we go. Okay, so the app's gonna load. It's gonna check to see if you have a server root folder. And then if you don't, it'll ask you to set it up, and then it'll take you into setting up servers, I think. Okay, so we'll have create. Yep. Excuse me. Okay, so the index page now is gonna have so how do I create the context. So on create model context to that. All right. So it's got some dependency injection magic, I think, happening here. We'll create it. And what's that page? Layout is page. No. Page. Let's start it and get into it. I kind of get my head wrapped around how the navigation in one of these apps works. So we've got configuration. Nope. Because I didn't actually do anything with it. Mm-hmm. So index, let's go back. All right, that takes me back here. Configuration index. Wow, still doesn't like that, does it? Invalid operation exception. Oh no, unable to resolve services type. I should probably read the error message, not just assume I know what it is. Make sure it's the same here. Integration. Yeah, because I haven't created the data context yet. Derp. Okay, yeah, let's see. Do I have that still up in my tutorial page? There we go. Program.cs. This is what I need to do. Ah! Alright, yep. So I need to use entity for, oh, that's right. This is one of these crazy pages that doesn't have any curly brackets on anything. Oops. Microsoft.entity framework 4. Let's see. I gotta create my builder, which I do there. And I'll say, oops, builder.services dot add db context. What do I call it? Command center context. Like this. Options. And options dot use SQLite. And then SQLite options. I'm gonna leave it like that, I think, for the moment. Because my context has no, that's a migration. On configuring the following, yeah, it just does it. So I think that's good. So I say use SQLite. Oh, I can do a database exception filter according to this. I should well, nah, I'm smart enough. I don't need to do that. And let's go add, I need to do a new migration. Update game or active servers. Servers. Update said database. Will it do it? Because I have it open. Oh, it did. Because I have the database open still. Game server ID. Container active game server ID. There it is. It actually worked. Nice. Haha. Let's run it again and see if it just works. Oh, nope. Only declares a parameterless constructor. This means the configuration method can never be used. Oh. So do I just do this then? Because I have my own parameterless. I can't say that. Parameterless. What is it? I want to say command, but no, it's configuration. It works! It works! Create new. Test values. Oh my god, it works. Go team. Yay. Delete please, yes, thank you. All right. That's fantastic. So let's go home. So now on here, it's gonna be a little hokey for the starting values. So on the index, I'm gonna do the same thing I do here. I'm going to create the model. I'm gonna do this exact same thing right here. So I have the data context. That's not a page model, is it? Yeah, it's a page model. But I have that I don't have here. No, I do. Oh, it's not create model, it's index model. Dummy. Oh, I already have it. Though I have one created. Crap. Alright, I am mostly there. What's null value? There we go. Fixed. So on get. Ooh. So I want to have a little bit of stuff on the page. Let's close all these windows. I got a lot open. I want something on this page here that says I want to check to see if the server route's been set. If it has not been set, then I want to have it be a text box that I can update. So I will put it inside of a form. ASP page handler. This is going to be called update server root. Method is equal to post. And now I'm going to have, we're going to get rid of, well, we'll leave it there for now. Have public boolean public string server root get and set equal to that. Actually, we'll set it to string.empty because, you know, that's the smart thing to set it to, right? When it loads, I'll load up the context. I will say server root is equal to context dot set configuration dot where, yeah, dot where v dot key is going to be equal to global dot set settings game server root dot first or default dot value. Oh, that's assigning a value. There we go. Dot first or default dot value. There we go. What's the problem here? Could be null. So how do I want to manage that? Do I want it? Because it would be null. Do I want to do it as a check for null and just say, because it's there's a question mark now, right? Or double question mark? Let me look. If I say like that, and then, oh, I don't want to do all that. Bar setting, or yeah, setting. We're just gonna get that, and then I'm going to say setting and setting.value. Shoot, too many. Is that how I do it? Is that right? Cannot be applied to a type of. I thought I could just do that. Maybe not. The non-coalescing operators. That's what it's called, right? Non-coalescing. Do I have to do it that way? Value is not null here, but it could be. No, okay. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but my brain is. I want it to be not null anyway. Jesus. All right, and now we shall we'll set the value. So I have that. If server model dot server root dot length is greater than 0, then I'm going to just we'll say p model dot server root. Else, oops, it's going to be p input type is equal to text. How do I make it set the value? Because I'm an idiot. Input 4, that's what I need to do. Label 4 and input 4. I know I can do input 4 I want to make it more generic than that? Because that's specifically looking for no, that actually will be fine still. Except that I won't call it that. I will call it server root. Yeah. TN. Yeah, we'll say success. That looks fine. Update server root. And what's this form called? Updates handler is update server root. And then it's going to be public void on post update server root. We're going to say configuration item server root is equal to new configuration item server root dot key global settings game server root value is equal to server root. Context dot configuration dot add server root. Save changes. There we go. And then when I do, I can say redirect to page, just like that. And I can make it a task iAction result as well. Just like this one. Oh, and then you can do an await here. Await. Save changes. Basic. Nope, I just can't type. And I return to the index page. So I should see that setting get set. Let's try it. It's gonna work. First try, sort of. Okay, so I didn't have any text here because I'm an idiot. And so I'll say, I'll actually put this value in. And I'll change it so that it's got escape characters in it, and we'll update. Cool, except that it's not there. Oh, it has no value. Yeah, it's got a bind property. I wonder if that's... Oh, yeah. So, all right, so I come here. But how is that any different than what I was doing on this other, on the test, right? Where it sets the value. Do I need to do that? Let's just do that. Oh, it inserts every one of them. Crap. Okay. So fix some bugs. Let's delete those records. Can I do like that? Can. First check to see if the key exists. Is equal to this. And it's not context, it's underscore context. And so is that one actually. Oh, that one doesn't matter because it's inside the thing. If setting is not equal to null, no, if it's equal to null, then I'll just say setting is equal to a new configuration item. And then we'll change this to use that one. Ooh, nope. No, I don't need to do that. No, wait a minute. So if it's null, then I create a new one. Else context configuration add or no, yeah, I gotta know if it's there or not. So if the setting's null, then I add it. Dot configuration dot add setting. Otherwise, I don't do this. I've got setting. I don't need to change the setting either. And then I will do the same thing as I do on the edit page. If I find it, if it's not null, then I set it's to that. On the save, I attach it. That's what I do. So context attach setting state modified. Nope, I can't do that. There we go. And then I save it. So now it shouldn't do anything else. Oh, what am I coding? I'm building a kind of a generic server wrapper for Steam dedicated servers. Ooh, blinkies. think it's saving. Yeah, I don't think it's saving at all. Okay, let's try that again. Let's put a breakpoint. Let's watch it and see what happens. It should work. Will it work on any data center? It should work pretty much on, right now I'm targeting it to run on a Windows computer, but it should work on any Windows computer that you can install Docker on. Actually, it should run on any system in theory that runs Docker, because it's actually just managing Docker containers for you. Okay, let's see here. So I get a setting. It's not null. Is that true? It is not actually true. I say first or default. Okay. What does that setting have in it? Oh no, it has a value. It's there. Okay. So now I'm setting the value to nothing. That seems fair. And now it's just hanging. Let's close. Oh, I got write changes on. Ah, there we go. I had some changes pending. Yep. Crap. Okay. Yeah, stop and restart. Oopsies. Oh, now it's still throwing a problem. Object reference outside to an instance of an object. Oh, because I did. I undid that. Here we go. It's equal to string.empty. Okay, gotta adjust my chair. It was caught. Do that. Update. And F5. We're just gonna fly through it. And all right, so it's there. Still no value, but actually what I need to do now is I just need to test. Oops. Test it again and make sure I don't get two values. Okay, I don't. Good, I fixed that. That's good. So why isn't this working? So I'm gonna change this as a start server. So I update the server from root. I feel like this should be a pretty obvious thing that I'm just not getting. So I check the model. That's because it's not updating the model. Where's that page I was looking at that was showing all this stuff? I got rid of it. Cool. Let's see. That's because I'm doing an input for, probably because I'm not binding it. Because let's see here, when I do a create, yeah, because it knows it's a create model. I create the labels. Input type is submit, but then I come to the page. And yeah, I have a bind property configuration item. And that's binding. All right, that's this guy. So I wonder if I have to do that. Something like that on the index page? Because I only want to bind that single property. So do I do that here? Just do the same thing, just say bind property. One of these days I'm gonna get that backup finished. I'm gonna say public. Oh wait. I just put that on the up here. I've got the property already created. Just make it a bind property. And property. Maybe that's all I gotta do. Maybe not. Test me. Hey, it worked. Son of a gun. All right, so now I refresh this with my refresh button. There it is. Now, can I edit it? Actually, no. I want to come here, and I'll edit it from here. Configuration. And now I'll change it to be the actual root server. Look like this. I'm going to start like that and see if it works. So now let's go back here. I need to change that button command now. So instead of using the server path from here, I'm going to use server root, using its property. And I need to also find the right stuff to do. Well, do I need to do that? Because it's already going to be a path. Is there a path dot, path dot environment dot get folder path? What does that return? We'll just try it. We'll just run with it. So, server root. Let's see if it starts my server. It's gonna work. High confidence. Start it. All right, so it's down. It should be downloading. Or checking to see if these files need to be updated. Which of course they won't be. Yep, already up to date. And did it kick off the server? It did. So now the server is starting up. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time. The only thing I wish, I don't know if I can figure out if I can do, I don't know if I can tell if the server's ready to run yet. That's a little beyond scope, I think, at least for now. We'll double check it, make sure it works right. We'll fire up Valheim, because that's my test server. Oh, thanks for the follow, Optimal. Appreciate it. All right, come on. The world's there, just finish. Game server connected, there we go. It should just work. And I think password. Yeah, it works. New computer connected. Nice. I feel cold again. All right, cool. Yeah, it is kind of slowish, and that could just be the way the server runs. I don't know if I've ever actually run a Valheim server without it, or you know, like independently. So, okay, let's stop it. So now, oops. All right, now let's take all of that and we can wrap it somewhere. Oh, they would be talking on Kick. So, yeah, no integrated chats. You're right. That's not a thing. That's, I mean, it could be a thing, I guess, but I'm a loser like that. What can I say? Okay, so now let's fire up. Botrix does it. Yeah, but Botrix, I still haven't. I need to go back and mess with Botrix again because it was. Well, I had it set up and it didn't seem like it was doing anything, so I'll have to play with it. All right, so let's go create. So I've got a game server. Let's create a page for. So now I need to. My brain's having sluggishness issues. I think the kind of slowishness is me. So I have all of the Valheim stuff on the main page. I don't want it there anymore. So now I need to be able to pull up, I can pull up a list of game servers. So I'd find a server, pick the one I want. It would create it as an active server. And then I would have a set of pages specifically for that game. Is that right? Is that how I want it to? Let's prototype this a little bit. All right, it loads. It says, all right, game root. Let's fix that. Let's make it look right. Oops. Game or server root folder. All right, so then I will have a page that says game servers. Like this, I'll say game servers. Take me to a list of all the games. So let's do that. We'll create one. Nope, that's not it. Pull it up on SteamDB. So name is going to be Valheim. Dedicated server. Ugh. Alright, I'm trying to pull up the dedicated server list and I can't. Oh, I can search it. Oh, I can search it here. Dedicated server. Oh, wrong buttons. No, why do I keep hitting print screen? Stop print screening things. Let's copy link address. There we go. Put that logo URL in there. And the game ID is that. Let's create it. Sweet. Let's fix that page. I want that to be that logo. Let's see if I can just say image source is equal to model dot, whoops, game server. No. Wrong spot. At item dot logo URL. Reload, and there we go. Valheim. Boom. So now I've got the app ID, the game, the logo. Really kind of a crappy logo, isn't it? If I can pick, let's pick. Copy image address. Let's change that one. Let's change it to that one. Oh, so much bigger. Wow. Probably should scale it down a little bit, shouldn't I? To 300 by 150. There we go. Better. So now, okay, so I'll be able to go to my game list, select the game that I want. It will take me to a setup for that game, because that game has some specific things that I need to set up. So I'll need to create a model for what I need for Valheim. So let's go look at the index page. Oh, it's after 3. I have to go get kids pretty soon from school. Should have set a timer. I did not do that. All right, we're gonna knock it out anyway. Let's go to the Valheim model. So I got server name, world name, password. I already have it built, I guess. And the game root folder, that won't change. Will it? Maybe I should make it a combination of the app name. Public game server. I don't need that. Okay, so I have this, and I have that, but it's not. It's really just gonna be a bunch of configuration settings for it. So I'm gonna have a new model class. We're gonna call this Valheim configuration. Let's put this to the right. We'll knock this out quickly before I gotta go leave to get kids. Public string server name. Public string world. Public string password. Oh geez. Nope, don't do that. Public string. Get, and only a get is going to be equal to. Maybe I'll just set it to this for now manually. So I have those values. And public Valheim configuration. I will have to. Ooh, I need to bring in Kring data context. Set values from data context if they exist. Okay, what time is it? What time is she? 3:09. I'm gonna have to stop there because I gotta go get my kids from school. Let's see. Yeah, so doesn't feel like I made a whole lot of progress, but got a little bit. Maybe I'll come back. I won't be able to come back probably later today, but I will be back tomorrow. And hopefully I can finish building up the UI to configure the server and hopefully get it to, get it so it'll start, stop, and I can reconfigure it, do all that stuff, kind of break out all those pieces into individual things. And we will hopefully be able to move on to hopefully the next server. Something else simple to start off with so I can have the idea of making it run more than one. All right, well, that's it for today, everybody. Take it easy. Bye.